Should I date somebody with a lengthy sexual past, even if they claim they are no longer that person?
You can. Make sure y'all do some real counseling. And I don't mean that fluffy premarital that some of us go through where it's like, okay, so, sex, make sure you wait till marriage and then skip over. Like, you need to probably go do some therapeutic counseling. And here's why I say that. Anyone who has, and including myself, right, who has a sexual history that is opposite of what God intended for us will have trauma associated with it. Different levels, varying levels, that's got to be worked out.
Sex is not just physical. There is emotional and spiritual components to sexuality. So if someone has a long sexual history, then they probably have some level of emotional and spiritual hurt that they have to work through. That does not mean that they are off limits. That does not mean that, well, they're too much work. No, that just means you just got to face that this is a reality. And so are you spiritually mature enough to walk with them in that?
And if you're dating does not equate to their counselor. Like your boyfriend, you're not counselor. So if you're starting to see that there's some deep traumatic issues that's just out, then counseling's good and healthy for them. Boyfriend or girlfriend does not equate to counselor. And so I think that's one thing that sometimes people get in trouble with. It's like, well, I want to come alongside. I want to be there for them. But this is out of your ballpark, man. Like this is just a reality of it.
I do think there's this principle of like a community of people that are able to speak into the life of the relationship. And so you ought to know their closest people. They ought to know your closest people. And having those outside voices that can speak in and say, like, man, honestly, I don't really know if they're ready to, be in a relationship right now. Like that would start to raise flags for me. One of my mentors put it this way for me is it's not just about getting the boat to the other side of the shore, right? Like you want to get the boat safe to the other side. We're not trying to be like shipwrecked, holes in it, sinking, a couple of the members fell out. Like marriage is such a delicate thing. We often want to rush to the end and like we don't want to do the like good work of the process.
Are you praying for that person? Are you actively praying for them? Because your relationship at some point is going to rub up against that. So are you praying for them? Not praying for them simply so you can enjoy some of those benefits of holding hands or a kiss, but praying for them to say, Lord, I want you to renew that. I want you to work in that. I want their heart to feel safe in you and rested in you and restored in you. And in that, may our relationship grow.